Back again, and in this video I'm just going to show you that how to set up a microservice level project structure using Jira and Gitlab. So basically I use Jira and Gitlab. GitLab for the code hosting or the version control, and Jira to manage the issues and the task and like everything related to my project, like the articles or the pages, like in the Jira term we call it a Confluence page, and Confluence is like a project general where you can create spaces and pages, and then you can create like a proper industry level documentation for your projects. So in this video I thought to share my workflow with you, and here I just started a new project, and I'm just on the midway to set up everything for that project, starting from the first service as a part of the complete microservice architecture, and then we'll keep adding new services to it. So basically today I have set up everything on Jira and GitLab. So I just created a task list, like just to set up the project, what are the tasks I need to do. And for that thing, here as you can see on the screen, if it's like visible enough for you, that I have created a task list, like what I need to like how should I start with setting up tasks, and like to set up the initial project or the initial template with just a simple health check API. Okay, so like whenever you start a project, like in industry, what you do, you just create a template. Like if you are starting with a microservice architecture, so you just first you set up the first service, and that service you use as a template to set up other services. Okay, so today I just wanted to set up the API gateway service, which is my first service. Like in your case, maybe like you might ended up setting the authentication service first, but in my case I just wanted to set up the API gateway service first. So this was this is the first task, to set up the API gateway, set up API gateway for the microservice, and this is a description: create main branch, install a new Rust project, upload the code to GitLab. So that's how I was doing it. So if I just try to share the flow of setting up a project from the scratch using Jira and GitLab. So this is the flow like I use today. So first, like create a GitLab groups and project. So first, like if I try to explain quickly that what are the groups on GitLab. So if I come here on Polomi development, so on GitLab you can like create new groups or the project. So this Polomi development is a first group I'm working with, and then in that Polomi development I have this subgroup called Polomi applications. Like all the applications under the Polomi organization, we can put them here. So and then within the Polomi application, then I created another subgroup which called Health Records API. So basically Health Records API is a project under the Polomi applications, and the Polomi applications is a subgroup under the Polomi development, because like maybe like some other day I can have some other type of application but still under the Polomi development group. So then Health Records API, then I have set up another subgroup called microservices, because Health Records API is having a microservice architecture, and that in that microservice architecture I'm going to put all the services like user service or authentication service or the API gateway service. And for that I use this type of flow, and if you this API gateway is still a group, not a project, and but if you try to open the API gateway, then I have this API project. So these things, like this icon is for the group and this icon for the project. So this API this is a project. So that's how I'm setting it up, and that's how, like if you want to follow the same flow, then you can like feel free to follow the same thing. So like this group has zero this is like subgroup, and this is like direct members, which me. So subgroup have 0 projects, and then I have 1 project. Okay, so if you try to open the API, so this like how this will look like. So it's like how the flow of working in like production. So like what you do, you create subgroups and the groups, and then you create like projects, and then you create the main branch and you don't push anything to it. You create the main branch and then you don't push anything to it, and then you create another branch from the Jira issues. So basically, like this here you can see like HRA health records API 1 initiate project. So this is the branch I have created directly from the Jira, not from the GitLab. So if I close this model, set up API gateway microservice. So this is the like HRA1 task, and I created that branch directly from here. Yeah, from here. And if you do that, then this Jira will be creating your branch directly in your GitLab, and then in your IDE you can fetch that branch from GitLab if you have done the connection between GitLab and the IDE. Okay, so that's how like we work. Like when we work like on a professional level, like I don't say industry level, because like every company might have their own standardized way, or every individual might have their standardized way or of their own way to do the things. But like this is how I do the things, and this is like how I'm doing things since like 3 and 4 years. And like, so whenever I work on a professional level, whether it is a side project or just like a hobby project or just a learning project, I just like to keep things like very professional. So I use Jira and GitLab. So it is already connected, by the way. Merge request, I think it is already connected. Why it is asking me to connect it again? Authorization link. Okay, understood. It wasn't. So basically, like whenever, if you have created your branch and commits from like directly from the issue, then you will be able to see the logs regarding that particular issue in your Jira issue page as well. Like Chinmay mentioned this particular issue in a merge request in this group or this project. So like that's how you can very easily manage projects and links on the like merge request and all. So I created this issue, and then I created a new branch from here, and then in the branch was this HRA1 initiate project. And in this particular branch, I'm going to create a new project. So in this particular branch, what I'm going to do, in this particular branch, I'm going to create like project for group, everything, connect Jira and GitLab, create first Jira issues like what I just showed to you, and then create a branch from Jira issues on the GitLab project. I've done that, and then in that particular branch, I was setting up a new Rust project, which was like Hello World project. And then I have done I have set up the CI pipeline, and I have set up the test. I have installed the Actrix framework for the Rust, and then I wrote the first test for the health check API, and then make first MR to mainline. And this is, and that first particular MR, like merge request, is here. If you go to the merge request panel, then you can see all the merge requests so far. So if you click on this merge request, you can see this merge request. And yeah, when you are working with Jira and GitLab connected together, like whenever you create a MR, in that MR title, if you mention the issue number from your Jira in the square brackets, then you will be able to click on that particular then that will convert it. That will be converted to a Jira page link by itself, because of the integration of Jira and the GitLab. And then if you click on that, then you will be able to go to that Jira issue particularly. So I go back there, and yeah, that's how it works. And then here, like it's just like GitHub, it's same. You can create like PR, and here you create MR, then the pipeline, then the changes and all, and then like reviewers, labels and all, like merge. So I haven't merged yet, and this is the like pipeline status, so clippy format and all test. Okay, so that's how I have set it up this project. And if I trying to like show you like how my folder structure look like for this like production grade Rust project. So if I try to open the code, okay, so this is the code. So initially I just wanted to like I can, okay, maybe like I cannot zoom it out, but this is how my like project structure look like for the initial template version, because I'm just going to like use it as a template to set up other services, and then I will start adding the features to it one by one. So basically like this is my way to set up a Rust project, and your way like might be completely different one. So I used to use a make file, of course, to like make things easier for me, like testing, linting, and formatting in case of Rust. And then I have a Rust format.toml file where I'm just like defining few like simple configurations. I think this should be 2024, not 2021, because I'm using, if I'm correct, then using 2024, yeah. And this is a like toml file, the cargo toml file, where we define it's like same as the package.json, where you define like all the dependencies. So this is how like you do the things. And this is the folder structure. You have like in the root directory you have a config folder where you define the different type of config, like base config, test config, staging environment config, or the production config and all. Right now I'm just having like base and the test because it's just a template. And then you have the test folder in the root directory where you have like common all the like test utilities here, and like logging, like for now it's just like I'm just trying to check that like health API. And this is the like test health check test. And then you then I'm having like src folder where again I'm having configuration for the app state. And then I'm having routes, and then in future I'm going to have like middlewares, handlers, repository, services, like utilities and all. As of now I have like telemetry for the logging, startup to set the app state, because that is important, because like if you know Rust, then you know like what I'm talking about if I'm saying app state. And then I'm like having routes, health routes, then setting, this is the place where I'm going to set up every single thing, like database environments and like third-party API settings and all. And from here then I'll be going to fetch that thing here and then like setting the app state. Okay, I mean that's how Rust works. Okay, so as of now, like this is the basic, very basic template for my other microservices, and I'm going to use it. And I mean this is how I just this is my workflow basically, like how I work. Like I'm not getting the correct phrase to frame it, but this is how I work, and this is how I'm working on a professional level for myself. I mean this is just my side project or my hobby project, and this is not something I'm getting paid for. It's just like I do for myself, like to keep learning things. And yeah, so I just wanted to show this level of flow, because like everybody, I don't think everybody knows about it, because on YouTube I don't think like anybody is like trying to explain such things. Okay, one thing, like if you might have a question like how to connect your Jira and then your GitLab. So first of all you have to like log in, sign up, log in the Jira, and then you need to create a project, and then you go to that project setting, and then what you do, you go to the like tool chain, and from tool chain you just like try to like GitLab. Okay, which I have already done that. So like source code management, and then continuous integration. I have GitLab and I like GitHub as well, but like I'm not using GitHub or the Bitbucket here, but I'm just going to use like GitLab. So and then you can configure it, and like when I'm saying configuring GitLab, then you can like configuring the settings and all, like you can like app request or OAuth credentials and all basically. So you have to do this flow if you want to use your GitLab with this thing. So that's how you can do that. Go to the projects to toolchain, and then you can connect it there. And if I talk about like GitLab, like how you can connect your Jira here, so what you need to do, you need to go to the manage issues. I mean you need to go to the settings, general integrations, and if you go to the integration, then GitLab for Jira Cloud App and the Jira issues. So here you can do the like simple integration, and like here you can configure your integration like this, like it's like simple things, nothing else. So like just like UI thing, and also you can directly do this. So just feel free to do that. And like this one, like Slack notifications integration is deprecated. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not going to use it anyway. And here like Google artifact management manager artifacts in Google artifact registry. Basically like there are so many integration you can make from here. One last thing I just want to show you, that like you might be curious about. Okay, if we go here, you might be curious about project setting. Yeah, you might be curious about the CI/CD pipeline file, which is like the what is the like what type of initial file I am like initial CI setup I'm using. So this is like gitlab.ca.yml. Here you can see that what I'm doing, I'm just like fetching the like getting the latest stable version of Rust in the like CI. It is like CI like GitLab CI is similar to the GitHub Actions. So here we need to define some stages like lint and the testing, so like code linting and testing. Then we have to put some variables, then we have to do some caching for the like faster builds, and then we like, and then from here we start like putting our customize of like features, you can say. So check code formatting. So like this format thing, it is under the stage lint. Like here you can define many stages. So here under the format thing, you have a stage lint, and then you want to run few scripts like Rust up component as Rust formatting and like and all. Then you do like clippy for linting. Then again it falls under the lint stage. So again it's a stage lint and Rust up component and all. And then finally you have another stage like test, and then test the stage test, and the script Rust log error cargo test. Like basically this is like I'm doing it in a way that I just want to show the error or the logs only for the failed test, and I don't want to show log for all the tests as of now, just to make the like testing faster on the cloud. So I mean, and if you want to say this in like in real time here on my GitLab, so you go here and you can rerun the pipeline from here, and like if I like go to the test one, and if I rerun the test, then I can like maybe can view them most probably. Yeah, so here like that's how the test like test are passing. I mean they are passed already, but yeah, no, I mean that pipeline is still running. So now the pipeline has been started. Like this is the pipeline number and they're running, and you can see the status for all the pipelines like merge request pipe code, go back, yeah, pipelines. So the number of pipelines you are running, you can like check them here. So yeah, that's how it works, and that's how I'm working. And I would like to keep you I would like to keep you more insights like this in future videos if I can, like how I'm doing things and how I'm adding new features and how I'm working with a complete microservice architecture, because this is going to be a complete microservice, and I'll be creating like user service or the authentication and so many services. And like so how you link other services, like I mean how you link all the services together, how you bind them, and how you deploy them in production, and how, and then like basically like, again I'm not able to like phrase it properly, but all I want to show you that how you can create a microservice project in Rust and take it from local, your like take it from your PC to the cloud in the production, with like while having all the security audits, all the like security guidelines and like testing TDD and each and every single thing. So yeah, that is my plan, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.